see spooky stuff. I also see a merchant, which means stuff's about to go down. I have all my items from Theory on those, so...
What next?
Wait, who is that? Wait, why didn't it pop up in my thing? Wait. What? Who? What was that? I don't see an alert. I don't see an alert in my thing.
Don't start things you can't finish.
The heck? I'm so lost. It didn't pop up in my Twitch feed or my stream. Somebody, and it's not in my chat either. Somebody's a ghost. What did it say when it came up? Somebody subbed for 58 months. Thank you, whoever you are. It was Deluge, okay. That didn't pop up anywhere in my thing. Like, nowhere. Not even in the Twitch chat, which I've never seen that happen. That was wild. Thank you, Deluge.
Come on, I've got better things to do.
I was caught by surprise.
Letting the hunt begin it.
Out of my way.
Out of my way.
Where's the nearest tavern?
I really love that each character has their own boost bar, too. There'll be a lot of strategizing with that later.
Not acceptable.
Not acceptable. Who says that to a monster? Thou scarest me not, beast. Is it not so, thou wert driven from thine home? Bested by a beast more powerful, thou fleddest and foundest thyself here.
I see.
I understand thy pain all too well. But to turn in thy grief and anger against innocent creatures, that is a sin of men. It was thy duty to adapt into the forest, to letten it find in a place for you. Instead, thou wouldst rip out its heart and claim it as thine own. This cannot be forgiven. Thou hast trespassed, beast. And in the name of the forest, I visit judgment upon thee.
Come in then, if this beest thy
Gosh,
will.
yeah, just like the most
Let
epic
my arrow
dialogue.
fly at true.
Also, that sprite is amazing. Alright, let's see here. If I do this, does it count as that many hits for the stagger?
Raining arrows up on.
Oh my god, it does. That's wild. That's like
Out of
so
my
good.
way. I see. Out of my way.
Ow, he hurts. With the sword?
Come in,
Sword works.
if thou darest.
Oh, I have 2 forest foxes. They like okay, that's interesting.
Out of my way.
Letting my arrow fly and true. Holding back
Max
nothing.
level true strike.
Aiming carefully.
Holy.
My turn.
Oh, that happened.
This will help. Letting the hunt begin.
Oh man, that yell. I think I'm actually going to, I don't know if I can do it now, but I think when I get back to the menu, I'm gonna change back to not remember. Because, like, if I'm in the item menu and I use a grape, when I come back to that character, it's like in the item menu. It's just kind of annoying. Can I capture him? Nope. Yeah, he saw him.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
My turn. I see.
Oh, I got the break
What
with the
next?
extra hit. I know what that means. Boom!
Coming, if thou darest.
Dude, I've hit that 2,000 or 1,000 damage twice and he's still not dead. The boss fights in this game, they do not screw around. Hit him with the steel.
What's yours? Mine.
Healing Grape Bunch.
Out of my way. Here.
Letting the hunt begin.
Let the hunt begin.
Raining arrows up on me.
That is so good for breaking.
Out of my way.
Coming, if thou darest. What next?
Still alive. Ready to respond to any attack. Wonder if that counts if I don't deal damage.
I see.
Letting the
Does
hunt
not.
beginning. Using this. Coming, if thou darest. Using this.
Not the one I was looking for.
Here.
Ouch. He's angry.
Out of my
So
way.
it's looking like that counter doesn't go away.
No, you don't.
Letting the hunt beginning. Sorry.
Holy
My turn.
dude. I absolutely love how difficult this game is. I'm out here thinking like, wow, I just did 1,000 damage, this fight's gonna be over. And then absolutely not.
Here.
Oh, look at him go. Okay, it did go away eventually.
I'll take this.
Coming, if thou darest. Raining arrows up on me. coming, if thou dare.
Boom. Go. I am in love with the combat in this game. And then on top of that, it's actually difficult. So I'm not just blowing through it.
Thy life is given not in vain, for it will feed in others. Thou art of the forest now, and in the forest naught is lost. Come in, my friends. This life belongeth to all. The animals that eateth the grass becometh food for the animals that eateth meat. The eaters of meat in their turn feedeth those yet stronger. And when the strongest of all dieth, his life is returned to the forest. His flesh feedeth the soil, the grass. His blood becometh sap, his bones wood. He becometh the food of the plant-eaters, and the circle beginneth once more. Lives entwined, a tapestry woven anew each dawn, every thread a part of the whole.
Listen, on it, being a hunter means taking lives, but we do it so we might live. Never forgetting it is thy sacred duty to live on.
To surviven, and honoring those felled by thine own arrows. As long as he speaketh only of hunting, he is the wisest of men. If only that were all he cared about.
If he talks about anything else, he's an idiot.
The hunt is over. Now it is time to tend in to the fallen.
Thanks, Kazrai.
Good day.
You look well. I trust the hunt was a success.
Well,
The beast will trouble in thee no more, these graves.
Yes.
I took the liberty of digging them while I waited for your return.
thou hast my thanks.
Thank thee, but I have a request. Leaving the beasts be, letting the forest reclaimeth them. That is the way of the wood.
But of course.
As you wish, my lady. The grave wasn't for them, it was for you! Then he stabs me. Agin, thou returnest to us. Where is master? Hath something befallen him? He is confused and frightened. Thou didst run here, didst thou not? And alone. Doth master needeth my help? Ow.
Just so.
It's alright. Easy, boy. Easy. Oh. There now. That's a good boy. Master is in trouble. That much is clear. I must hasten to his side. If anything were to happen to him.
The hunt is on.
Agin, canst thou guide me to master? Whatever hath befallen him, we shall save him, thou and I. Let's beat up the villagers again. For old time's sake, you know? One more beating
So
before we leave.
thou art going after Zonta.
Hagen here came at seeking my help. In his letter, he said he was bound for Stoneguard. We shall begin our search there.
I pray it is no more serious than an ill-founded wager that left him unable to payeth his innkeeper. For Hagen to cometh all this way alone, I cannot help but fear the worst. Prithee, take us care.
Listen to this song.
And don nothing foolish. Don as Zonta saith, child, not as he doeth.
Thank ye, Chief. Fear not for us. We shall be back before the next moon, with Master at our side. Stayest safe, Master. We're coming.
So did the huntress Onyx set out on her journey. Her master having vanished hunting the baleful Red-Eye, it now fell to her to find him and bring him home. What fate awaits her on the road ahead, only the gods can say. Yeah, that song was, like, amazing. That, like, build-up with the piano, and, like, the strings hit. Holy. If that's the music just for her leaving the town, I can't wait to hear the music of her, like, later in her story. That was unbelievable. How's it going, heroes? Happy birthday. Okay. So... all downhill from here. Yeah, man, this is... So, like, when jumping into this game, and knowing that there's 8 separate stories, one has to wonder, like, you know, how is the late game gonna be? Like, are they gonna be able to pull all these stories together to have, like, a meaningful ending? And we don't know the answer to that yet. But what I can say for sure is that each individual story so far is, like, amazing. Like, I am fully gripped on these stories. I feel like even if the end of the game kind of falls off a little bit, or maybe, like, just doesn't really connect in a good way, even just playing each individual character's story is enough for me, like, to be impressed, because, man, I think Therian's was really good. I think Onyx was amazing. I remember Primrose as being amazing. And I can only imagine the other ones are going to be good as well. I feel like Ophelia was the one that I played, like, half of or something on my other playthrough. And I feel like I remember liking that one too. But yeah, man, I'm sold on this concept, regardless of whether or not it actually ends up, you know, paying off, you know? Like, I'm still sold on this concept of just... Because when I first heard of this game, like, back when we saw that first trailer and we were really excited, one of the things I was worried about was, like, is this a good concept? Having 8 separate characters all telling their own stories? Is that really going to make for a good game, or is it just going to be 8 separate stories that are okay and then don't really amount to much? But the way that they get us invested in these characters, and then we're going to have a whole party where each character is going to feel like they're equal to the story. I just really love that concept. We talk a lot about how in the main Final Fantasy games, you kind of have your main character and you have, like, maybe 2 sub-characters. Like, for example, Final Fantasy VII, you have Cloud, Tifa, and Barret, and they're kind of the main group in a way. Like, they get the most screen time. You could probably say Aerith as well. But then you have characters like Red 13, Cid, Kate Sith, Vincent, where, like, yes, they're there, and yes, they get their moments, but they just get their moments, and then they're just kind of there for the rest of the game, you know? Whenever there's a big, huge story thing going on, it's usually either Cloud, Tifa, Barret, or Aerith. The other characters are just there, and when you go to their towns, you get to experience their story, but then the rest of the game, they're just kind of there. So I love this concept of having all 8 characters being equally as valuable to the story, you know? They're all equally... They all have equal depth to their stories, and we're going to get an equal amount of screen time with all of them, which is really cool. Again, like I said, my fears when starting the game was that because of that, there wouldn't be a really good finale because they'd have to focus too much on each individual's character, beginning, middle, and end. So how is it all going to come together for one big story? And we'll see how they do it and see how it pans out. But I think regardless of that, I'm still excited just to hear each individual character's beginning, middle, and end. And if they can wrap that all together to pull off some awesome epic finale that includes all the characters, then that's like insane. Like I will be so sold, you know, if they're able to do that. But even if they can't, I think that the premise has definitely been sold to me at this point already. Now I already have,
Come on, I've got
even though I did Anit's story,
What next?
she's still a bit weaker than Therion is. And I'm wondering if that's going to continue. How is the XP going to balance out? Because now we're about to meet another character, and that character is probably going to be level 1. Is Therion just going to be, like, way ahead of everyone for the whole rest of the game? Or is there going to be some kind of
Don't start things you
XP
can't
balance? It does look like it scales a little bit. Therion takes a little bit more XP than Anit. So I guess over time it'll hopefully get a bit more balanced, but I think Therion's probably just going to be ahead the whole game. Speaking of which, who are we going to go for next? Philia's here. She's kind of the obvious... Oh. Therion's Chapter 2 is over here. Recommended level 22, so... Not really a good idea yet. I wonder if you can actually do this before getting all the characters. I figured I'd have to get all the characters first. Before doing Chapter 2s, but I guess you can if you want to grind far enough. Hers is level 27. I love this interactive map, by the way. We could either go to Ophelia, or we could pass her up and go to Cyrus. I think it makes sense to go to Ophelia now. We'll probably wait till next time, but we'll at least get over there. You. Now wait a second, I'm not in a village, so what happens if I fail? Maybe it's just the closest town? I got it anyways. The thing that's also really interesting is, you know, if you've watched any of my Let's Plays, you know that I usually just stick to, like, 3 characters or 4 characters or whatever. I tend to not want to grind out the characters that I'm not using. Unless I have to, or there's, like, a specific reason to, but otherwise I'll just stick to the ones I like. part of that is just personal preference, and part of that is I'm doing a Let's Play and I don't want it to last, 10 extra episodes of me just grinding if there's no purpose to it. But for this game, it's definitely going to seem like, for the first time, I'm going to want to keep all my characters very close, because you have to play each individual story, and obviously you're going to need to use that character in their story. So I do not think I'm going to have a, three-party, these are the characters I'm using kind of thing. I think they're going to be constantly swapping in and out. I mean, maybe I have one or two that I use all the time and then swap in the third for their story. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see. This will probably be the most balanced party of any of my Let's Plays ever. What is this all about?
Now, let us hunt him. Come in, if thou darest.
So this is one thing. I said that maybe I wouldn't take the time to capture many monsters, but if you're going to provoke people, you have to use monsters, so...
Sorcery.
Sorcery.
The hunt ends.
It's kind of a nice way to get her experience on her own. It seemeth we have won. It seemeth we have killed somebody. Alright, this is danger level 4, so... It's a little stronger. Oh. Before I forget.
Standest thou against me? Then let in the hunt beginneth.
My turn. Over here. Don't
That face when you realize the first letter of each character's name
Let
spells
my
out
arrow
Octopath.
fly in true.
Whoa!
Let in my arrow fly in true. Let in my arrow fly in true.
my turn.
Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, that is like the most exaggerated blind ailment.
I honor thee, my quarry.
Critical nut. There's a joke in there somewhere. Uh-oh. We took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. I want to go there. How do I get to the right? Oh, is it? I gotta go this way. Up and around.
Now, let us hunt him. What next?
Take this! S-Wing.
Letting my arrow
Yo,
fly
thank you,
true.
Shaw. Appreciate it, man. Good to have you here. Thank you, S-Wing, for the Prime also. Thank you very much.
Letting my...
Whack, whack.
I honor thee, my quarry.
I love exploring these environments. They're
Letting
pretty
us
simple. It's not like super complicated. Just kind of pretty straight paths with a couple chests along the way, but they're so pretty.
Letting my arrow fly and true. Come in, if thou darest.
Over here! My turn.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
There you go.
Come in, if thou darest.
Boom, 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 boom!
Thou didst fight with courage.
We're still getting a ton of XP from these fights. I almost wonder if the game wants us to grind a bit. I think what's gonna happen is pretty much exactly what my wife said.
This is the beginning.
In that we're gonna do all the character stories,
My turn.
and then we're suddenly gonna have to get to that level 20 spot before we can do any of the side quests, or any of the second chapters. Like, it feels like we're building up to this thing where we get all the characters, and then there's like this big jump where we have to like get to the next power level to do the next chapters. And I think that's what my wife
Don't
ran into. Which is a bit odd. Like, I don't mind it at all.
If thou darest.
In fact, I'm kind of looking forward to it, but I would see where someone that doesn't play RPGs much would be
Letting my
confused by
arrow
that.
fly and true.
My turn. My turn.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
And that's that.
And I sound like a broken record, but this song though.
I'll make this quick.
Gives me like Final Fantasy X vibes a little bit with that synth in the background. That's kind of going like, you know the one. You know the
Come
one I'm
in,
talking about.
if thou darest.
Out of my way.
Letting my arrow fly and true. What next?
It's still so fun to like build up BP points and then use just enough to break an enemy and then come in with the other character and get the damage boost. Like, just the basic way that the combat works is still like really fun.
And that's that.
Standest thou against me? Then be
My turn.
hunted.
Don't play.
Letting my arrow fly and true. Raining arrows up on them.
Okay, so Rain of Arrows has like horrible accuracy.
My turn.
That's where we need weapons with better accuracy for that skill.
Letting the hunt begin. Letting my arrow fly and true. The
Yo,
hunt
thank you for the
ends.
125, RT. Thank you. There's definitely more to explore over there, but looks like wait. I want to see what's over here. It's not a different path. I'm feeling it. Oh wait, maybe it is.
Standest thou against me? Then letting the hunt begin. Letting the hunt begin.
Oh. So that counts as a spear attack.
Letting my arrow fly and
And that's that.
Nope, today is my birthday. That goes to Atlas Dam. Just somewhere else entirely. Oh, really? Oh, that's this path. And what's down here? Oh, just there's an herb of clamor. Silence. I haven't really seen any ailments yet other than poison.
letting us
The
begin.
one blind. You surprised your foe.
Letting my
Take
raining
this.
arrows up on them.
Ah. Couldn't even break the other one.
What next?
Wait a second. Everybody has a birthday? I thought it was just me.
And that's that.
You think we have every day of the year covered? I think that would be... I think you'd be surprised how many people you need in a room to cover every day of the month of the year. Like, you'd probably need... How would you calculate that possibility? So like if you had 366 people in a room, or let's even say 365 people in a room, the chances of every single person in that room having a different birthday is like astronomical. Like you're pretty much multiplying. Like the first, like me and you having a separate birthday is a really good chance. A 354 out of 355 chance, or 65 chance that we have different birthdays. But then every time you add another person, now the odds are less and you're at stacking them up. So by the time you get to the last person, it's like astronomical. In order to have a 50% chance of a group of people doubling up on a birthday, you only need 23 people. Yeah, it's a popular paradox of how little people you need to have a doubled birthday. So the reverse of that is that it should be crazy rare to not have matching birthdays. Like, the reverse of that should be even crazier. So I would imagine you probably need a lot of people before you're consistently not having, or consistently covering the entire year. Thanks, RT. I'm sure this math is somewhere on the internet.
A good day to you.
A good day to you. Can I steal all your goods? I'll buy one of these since it's cheap. Can I actually have money now? Somebody asked ChatGPT. ChatGPT's never wrong about anything.
Hey.
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 I actually have several things I can sell for money too that I haven't sold yet. Fetches a modest price if sold. 1. I feel like at that point, I shouldn't even sell it. Spirit sword. Whoa. So, it looks like they specifically sell you stuff for your characters you currently have, because they have swords, bows, and staves, and that's it. I will take this critical earring. Because I just gave Therion a crit up item.
Hail.
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 I want to find someone that has like a crazy provoke difficulty. ChatGPT says 2.153 people for over 50% chance that every day would be someone's birthday. What? 2,000. Okay, I was about to say. I was gonna say 2,000. So I was pretty close. 2,153. I was gonna say like 1,000 or 2,000. I was gonna say at least 1,000, probably like 2,000. That's what I was gonna say. And then I didn't say it because I was afraid I'd be like way off. I was afraid it was gonna be something stupid like 5,000. Yeah, that sounds about right. Ooh. I'll take that. Look What do you mean? That's true, though. That's only for a 50-50 chance. So we actually need more to get to, like, because I said consistent, which I would say is probably like 95%. So we need even more for we're gonna be consistent. So we're getting a ton of items that are very obviously components for crafting. I'm guessing all of these are for our apothecary when we finally meet him. So that's kind of cool how we're slowly building these up, so when we meet him, we'll have a bunch of stuff for him. How's it going, Marsh? Thank you. Alright, this is a great place to stop because we're about to start Ophelia's story. Where's the save point here? Alright, well, first of all, I want to again thank everyone for all the support today and the happy birthday wishes and whatnot. We're going to be jumping over to New Threat, but before we do that, we got to say goodbye to YouTube for the Octopath Traveler Let's Play. Man, I am so invested and stoked to play more of this. It's just as fun as I remember. The combat is just as fun as I remember. The music's even better than I remember. It still looks fantastic. The stories are interesting. I'm very invested in a couple different things when it comes to the game. I want to see how they pull the stories together and whether or not it's really worth it to pull them together or if it's just 8 separate good stories. I'm invested to see where the combat goes, especially when we get more characters. I'm invested to see how the balancing goes when we get all 8 characters and start the Chapter 2 stuff. So there's a lot that I want to see and I'm looking forward to. But in general, I'm just really enjoying playing the game. The combat is just really fun. And the character stories are like just insanely good. They get you so invested so quickly. And now we kind of have to journey around to get all the other characters, while in the meantime having Therion's and how do I say her name? Hannet. Their stories are like in our head in the background as we're picking up all these other characters. And so I just love the concept so far. But I'm excited to see where they go with it. Thank you so much, YouTube, for watching the first episodes of Let's Play Octopath. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am, and I would love to hear your opinions on the just general concept of the game. Do you like the idea of having 8 separate stories? Do you want to see them try to pull them together in some meaningful way, or are you content with just having 8 separate, well-told stories? And also kind of the balancing of the game. How do you think they should go about that? Are you okay with there being a big grind in between Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 for each character? Or would you like it to be smoother, where like you get all 8 characters and then immediately jump into Chapter 2? I'd be interested to hear what you guys think. But that'll be it for Let's Play Octopath Traveler for now. We will see you in the next episodes. Peace.